If you're trying to lose weight, stop scrolling. Most people fail, not because they don't try, but because they don't understand how fat loss actually works. Today, we will giving you 10 essential fat loss facts that will save you time, frustration, and help you finally see real results. No extreme diets, no starving yourself, and no magic products. Just the truth about fat loss that everyone should know before they even start. Let's begin. Welcome back to Busy Fit Life, the channel for beginners and busy people who want to get fit without wasting time. Today, we're going to sharing the 10 most important fat loss facts you need to know before starting your journey. These are the core principles that separate temporary results from lasting success. Understanding these will save you months of confusion and help you get results faster, because you'll know exactly what to focus on and what to ignore. Let's jump right in. First up, and this one is crucial. Fat loss is not the same as weight loss. So many people get discouraged because they see the number on the scale stall or even go up, and they immediately think their diet has failed. But the scale measures everything: your body fat, your muscle, the water you're holding, and the food currently in your system. Weight loss is just the total sum of all those things going down. Fat loss, on the other hand, is the specific reduction of stored body fat, which is what you actually want. You can lose fat while gaining a bit of muscle, and the scale might not move, but your body composition is improving dramatically. This is why it's so important to track your progress in other ways. So, here's a mini tip. Take progress photos every few weeks and pay attention to how your clothes fit. Those are often a much more accurate reflection of your fat loss progress than the number on the scale. Fact number 2 is the foundation of every successful fat loss journey. You must be in a calorie deficit. There is no way around this. It's the non-negotiable law of thermodynamics. To lose fat, you have to consistently consume fewer calories than your body burns. It doesn't matter what diet you're following: keto, intermittent fasting, low carb, paleo. They all work for one reason and one reason only. They create a calorie deficit. Keto cuts out carbs, which are a huge source of calories for most people. Fasting limits your eating window, naturally making it harder to overeat. There's no magic to it. These are just different tools to achieve the same end goal. So, instead of getting bogged down in which diet is best, focus on the principle. A simple mini tip to make this easier: prioritize eating mostly whole, unprocessed foods like fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. These foods are more filling and nutrient-dense, which helps you feel full and satisfied on fewer calories, making it much easier to stay in that deficit without feeling hungry all the time. Moving on to fact number 3. You absolutely do not need to cut out your favorite foods. This is one of the biggest and most damaging myths in the fitness world. The idea that you have to give up chocolate, pizza, or ice cream forever is what sets most people up for failure. When you create a long list of forbidden foods, you create a mindset of deprivation and punishment. This inevitably leads to intense cravings and eventually binge eating. You hold out for as long as you can, then you give in, eat a massive amount of the forbidden food, feel guilty, and then give up entirely. Fat loss is about finding a sustainable balance, not punishing yourself. A much more effective and sane approach is the 80-20 rule. Focus on eating nutritious, whole foods 80% of the time, and allow yourself to enjoy your favorite treats for the other 20%. This way, you never feel deprived, and you learn how to incorporate all foods into a healthy lifestyle. The mini tip here is to track your portions, not eliminate foods. Want some ice cream? Great! Have a scoop, enjoy it, and move on. Don't eat the whole tub. Fact number 4 might surprise some people. Cardio alone is not the best strategy for fat loss. Many beginners think the key to losing fat is spending hours and hours on the treadmill. While it's true that cardio burns calories, it's not the most efficient tool for changing your body composition. The real secret weapon for boosting your metabolism is strength training. When you lift weights, you build and maintain lean muscle mass. Muscle is metabolically active tissue, meaning it burns more calories at rest than fat does. The more muscle you have, the higher your resting metabolic rate, and the more calories you burn around the clock event when you're sleeping. The best results for fat loss almost always come from a combination of strength training and a smaller amount of cardio. Think of strength training as building the engine and cardio as just burning the fuel. So, my mini tip is this: prioritize 2 to 3 full-body strength training sessions per week. That will give you a far better return on your time than doing 5 cardio sessions ever will. This brings us to fact number 5. Protein is your absolute best friend during a fat loss phase. If there's one nutrient you need to focus on, it's this one. Protein is incredibly powerful for several reasons. First, it's the most satiating macronutrient, meaning it keeps you feeling full and satisfied for longer, which helps you control your overall calorie intake and fight off cravings. Second, when you're in a calorie deficit, your body can start to break down muscle tissue for energy, not just fat. Eating enough protein helps protect your hard-earned muscle, ensuring that the weight you lose is primarily from fat. Finally, protein is essential for recovery and repair after your workouts, especially strength training. So, the mini tip is simple. Aim to include a good source of protein in every single meal. This could be eggs at breakfast, chicken or fish at lunch, Greek yogurt as a snack, or tofu and beans at dinner. It's a simple habit that makes a massive difference. We've reached the halfway point. Ring the bell now so you don't miss any notifications for every workout we upload to the channel, and subscribe for more effective workouts. Helpful guidance, like the facts in this video, is designed to point you in the right direction and help you speed up your results. We would be very grateful if you shared this video on your social platform such as Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. By doing so, you help others gain access to valuable fitness information and support to build a strong community. Your involvement makes a real difference. Otherwise, countless people remain uncertain, overwhelmed by mixed message and unsure which information is actually helpful. This doesn't cost you anything, but it helps us grow the channel to reach more people to help, for which we sincerely thank you. Now for fact number 6, which busts a long-standing fitness myth. You do not need to eat 6 small meals a day to stoke your metabolism. For years, we were told that eating frequently would keep our metabolic fire burning, but the science doesn't support this. It turns out that your meal frequency has a negligible effect on your metabolism. What truly matters is your total daily calorie and protein intake. The how and when are far less important than the what and how much. Some people thrive on 2 or 3 larger meals a day because it fits their schedule and helps them feel more satisfied. Others prefer 4 or 5 smaller meals because it helps them manage hunger. Neither approach is inherently better than the other. It all comes down to personal preference and what works for you. So, the mini tip is to choose the eating schedule that helps you reduce stress and prevents you from overeating. If forcing yourself to eat every 3 hours is a chore, stop doing it. Find a rhythm that feels natural and sustainable for your lifestyle. Let's talk about the scale again with fact number 7. The first few kilos you lose are mostly water weight. This is a critical one to understand to avoid disappointment. When you start a new diet, especially one that reduces carbohydrates, you often see a big, exciting drop on the scale in the first week. It's common to lose 2, 3, or even 4 kilos. You feel amazing and think, this is so easy. But what's really happening is that your body is depleting its glycogen stores. For every gram of glycogen stored in your muscles and liver, your body holds on to about 3 to 4 grams of water. As you use up that glycogen, the water is flushed out. This is not fat loss. The problem is that after this initial whoosh, the rate of loss slows down dramatically to the normal pace of actual fat loss. People mistake this slowdown for a plateau, get discouraged, and quit, thinking their diet stopped working. It didn't. The real work just began. The mini tip here is to focus on your 4 to 8 week trends, not the daily or even weekly numbers. Look at the bigger picture. Fact number 8 is something to many people overlook. Stress and sleep affect fat loss more than you think. You can have the perfect diet and workout plan, but if you're chronically stressed out and sleep deprived, you will struggle to see results. High levels of stress lead to increased production of the hormone cortisol. Elevated cortisol can increase your appetite, drive cravings for sugary and fatty foods, and even encourage your body to store more fat, particularly around your belly. Similarly, poor sleep messes with your hunger hormones. It increases ghrelin, the hormone that tells you you're hungry, and decreases leptin, the hormone that tells you you're full. This is why you feel ravenous and can't control your cravings after a bad night's sleep. Many people do everything right in the gym and kitchen, but are sabotaged by their lifestyle outside of it. The mini tip is to make sleep a priority. Aim for 7 to 8 hours a night, and find simple relaxation habits like a 10-minute walk, reading, or meditation to manage your daily stress. Next up is fact number 9, another huge myth that needs to be busted. Spot reduction is a myth. You cannot choose where your body burns fat from. Doing 1,000 crunches will give you stronger abs, but it will not specifically burn the layer of fat covering them. Your body loses fat from all over in a genetically predetermined pattern. For many people, especially men, belly fat is often the last to go. For many women, it might be the hips and thighs. This can be frustrating when you want to lose fat from one specific area, but you have to be patient. Consistency is the only thing that works. If you stay in a calorie deficit and continue to exercise, you will eventually reduce fat from all over your body, including your problem areas. The best strategy is not to target one area, but to focus on overall fat loss. So, the mini tip is to combine a consistent calorie deficit with regular full-body strength training. This is the most effective formula for improving your overall body composition in the long term. And finally, fact number 10. Slow progress is normal and it's actually better. Our culture is obsessed with quick fixes and dramatic transformations. But when it comes to fat loss, faster is not better. Rapid weight loss, more than 1 kilogram per week, is usually a sign that you're losing a significant amount of muscle and water, not just fat. This is unsustainable and unhealthy. It often leads to a slower metabolism, nutrient deficiencies, and a high likelihood of regaining all the weight back and then some. Slow and steady fat loss, on the other hand, is a sign that you're creating sustainable habits, preserving your muscle mass, and changing your lifestyle for good. A healthy and realistic rate of fat loss is about 0.5 to 1 kilogram per week. It might not sound like much, but that adds up to over 25 kilos in a year. So, my final mini tip is to shift your focus from the outcome to the process. Concentrate on building healthy habits, drinking enough water, hitting your protein target, getting your steps in, and prioritizing sleep. When you focus on the habits, the results will take care of themselves. These 10 fat loss facts will help you avoid the mistakes most beginners make. Once you internalize these principles, you can navigate your fitness journey with confidence and clarity. Fat loss doesn't have to be confusing, just has to be consistent. And that's where most people struggle. Not because they're lazy or unmotivated, but because they think fat loss requires perfection, when it really doesn't. You don't need extreme diets, you don't need to starve yourself, okay? And you don't need to spend hours in the gym every single day. What you do need is a simple routine that you can stick to, something realistic that fits your lifestyle, your schedule, and your responsibilities. Consistency means showing up even when you're not perfect. It means choosing the healthier meal most of the time, staying active even on busy days, drinking enough water, getting enough sleep, and keeping your stress levels under control. These small choices might feel insignificant in the moment, but over time, they add up to real, visible results. And here's the good part. Once you build these habits, fat loss becomes easier. So remember, fat loss is not a race. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent, patient, and kind to yourself while you build healthier habits one day at a time. If you keep going, the results will follow. If you want more beginner-friendly and time-saving fitness advice, make sure to subscribe to Busy Fit Life. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.